We actually have had a very, very good year on a lot of fronts at DFW Airport. From an air service standpoint, we saw significant growth in terms of international airlines and international service. We actually added 12 new cities in the past 18 months, and including a couple new airlines like Emirates and Qantas. So we've had a very, very good year from that perspective. From a revenue standpoint, very, very strong from a concession standpoint and from a parking standpoint. But while we're here for airport cities, we've also had some very strong developments in terms of commercial development on the airport. 2 months ago, our board approved a lease with Trammell Crow to build out the remaining 3 lots in our International Commerce Park. Those 3 lots equaled about 77 acres of land, and they will be built, used for warehouse distribution facilities. Tenants have not been announced yet, but Trammell will be developing those sites out, and I'm sure we'll get some very, very high quality tenants. We also leased some land to Airport Plaza to build a retail center that has gas station and auto repair, but also a cluster of food and beverage. And again, that's right on the edge of airport property, right along 114, Highway 114. And we expect that to be used primarily by our employees who work at various locations around the airport, as well as people entering the airport from Grapevine. Most of our focus right now is in an area called Southgate Park, which is just adjacent to the rental car facility. We are looking at right now building another hotel there. We have been working with the Hyatt folks, and we're looking at a Hyatt Place in that location. We are also looking at a series of restaurant locations. We are also looking at relocating our post office, which we actually have a post office. It's DFW Airport, Texas is the name of our city, and so we have a post office that serves the 18,000 acres and all the tenants on the track. So this is a new development that hopefully will get started before the end of the year. Probably take about 18 months to build, and then it will grow. It's a 35-acre track that has a lot of opportunity for growth in the future. We are looking at designing it and laying it out as a mixed-use development, and again, take advantage of the proximity to the terminals, proximity to the rental car facilities, and again, try to make it as high quality as we possibly can. We have a total of about 18,000 acres of land, and we've dedicated 12,000 acres to the aviation function, leaving us about 6,000 acres more or less available for commercial development. So we probably have 5,000 acres left of that that's commercially developable. We have huge tracts of lands on all 4 corners of the airport. Some of those have seen some development, others will see some development in the future, but we probably have 50 years of growth with the land available we have at DFW. The biggest challenge is, the economy. In 2008, 2009, we saw a fairly significant downturn in the economy, and access to capital was difficult for many developers, but we're starting now to see a very, very significant uptick in the interest and activity, and not only on the airport, but off the airport as well. I don't see any big challenges except for, I think, the economy has to fully recover before we get into kind of a more robust building mode right now for North Texas. But it's still very, very strong relative to the rest of the country. It's extraordinary. And we're very optimistic about the future. The airport is located right in the center of the North Texas region. We have Dallas and Fort Worth that are approximately 17 miles to the east and to the west of DFW Airport. We're surrounded by a highway system that really all roads lead to DFW. We will soon have transit into the North Texas area that will feed right into DFW from downtown Dallas and downtown Fort Worth. And we are a community of 6.5 million people. It's the 4th largest metropolitan area in the country. The economy, as I said, is very, very strong in North Texas. And if you had to plan it from scratch, what our forefathers did was give us a tremendous land mass at DFW that gives us really 50 to 100 years more growth in terms of aviation and non-aviation development. And we're just really well positioned for the future.